everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at AVAX, seeing what's going on, covering some requests here today. Keeping it kind of light, but getting right straight to the point. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you're learning something today. If you do want to become a better trader, again, CryptoCash.tech is a site. I've got a trading academy, community, and signals group. To all my new members, make sure you read through our signals guide. It's a recommendation on our Discord. It's also provided upon checkout. You need to understand the difference between day trades and swing trades. And again, quick congrats here to our members. We just secured profits from Rune about 5 minutes ago, 20% in 24 hours. Then Near Protocol, we got 24% in 16 hours. Keep in mind, Bitcoin, AVAX, we are shorting a lot of different coins. AVAX is one of those, so keep that in mind. So we technically have 4 shorts open right now that have all hit take profit targets, letting the rest ride. And then of course, we got a Cardano long that keeps getting his foot in and out of wanting to take profits. So it's kind of funny how that works out. If you don't want to be in that trade anymore, I totally understand. It's probably going to take a little while. Cardano's a slow-moving coin sometimes. All right, so AVAX, what we want to talk about here is $60 being a heavy level of concentration for liquidation to the upside, minus the more recent 55 to 56. So I think that's more of a focal point there. $55, $56, we could very well see the price continue higher if it breaks through that level, kind of sweep that liquidity and keeps pushing. But the truth is, only half the liquidity here to the downside at 52.50 was swept here recently. So right about 52.50 is a very heavy concentration, right there between 52 and 52.5. Okay, we're really close to that level too, so be mindful. It could be quite the show if the price pulls back to that level. And again, prices are pulling back all over the place. Altcoins are kind of getting hit hard today. And it's just not really an ideal situation for longs, honestly. It's kind of hit or miss with a lot of long positions. So what I'm getting at here is it worthwhile taking a short with AVAX? Well, we already have one open, no need to open a second. In my personal opinion, we have more profit left. I do personally think that we will see more downside. Here's the reason why. We've tested this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and now 15 times. $53 has been tested 15 times in the last 18 days. Statistically speaking, we have a tremendous amount of interest in breaking through that level, but there's also a lot of volume adding in at that level too. So it does give us some reaffirmation that $54 is a support. We can see that here with the volume profile and the overall sense here in the recent, 3 or 4 weeks. But what I'm getting at is you keep testing a resistance level, it breaks through. You keep testing a support level, it breaks through. It's almost inevitable at this point for the price to drop. And if it does, keep in mind, we have very, very little volume here between $44 and $53, okay? So I'm not trying to concern you and say this guy's falling, but this is never a great sign when you see that. We take that, we combine that with RSI getting closer to 50, but money flow index dropping consistently, leads me to believe we're gonna see a significant decrease in value here soon. Stochastic RSI is trying to swing up, of course, and MACD is still diverging. So generally saying we have about 90% probability of further downside based on the macro perspective. 4-hour time frame might tell us a different story. Let's go ahead and see. We failed to establish higher highs. If at best that's parallel highs, you could even argue this is a descending channel here. And if it is, they are more likely to break to the downside. You got to keep that in mind. But furthermore, if we take a look at stochastic, it is swinging down. We haven't broken above 50 in the RSI yet. Money flow index is still quite low, and MACD is slightly converging. Okay, so keep in mind MACD will do that when you're kind of range bound and kind of going when you've already hit your bottom a couple of times. So the truth is we have a moderate amount of support here. Okay, but that's really all we have going for us. Me personally, when I see a lot of confirming factors on larger time frames, etc., it seems much more likely that this coin's going to decrease in value. Keep in mind, weekends are a little dry with volume, but if you look at the overall sentiment here, this is a tremendously low amount of volume that we're seeing compared to previous time frames. So the truth here is that AVAX is slowing down, cooling down, and we might see an avalanche of profit taken to the downside. That was a terrible attempt to work the coin name into some kind of funny, stupid thing. Anyways, what I'm getting at here is that AVAX looks pretty bearish. Most time frames are not looking great. If we look at the Ichimoku cloud, we can confirm as well we're getting rejected by the upper lead on the cloud here. So whenever I see this is generally not a great sign, okay? Again, getting rejected here. Well, it's not like a line in the sand. It's like, oh, the price is just going to drop because of it. This is certainly letting us know that there's still resistance in this range. We could see a further correction to the downside. Keep in mind, the price action could very well recover, come up here to retest this descending trend line, and then either reject or break through and do a bullish back test and continue. So we want to look for invalidations too. You got to keep in mind, you can't just blindly take a short and just hold on for dear life because today it looked good and you don't care about tomorrow. Right, that's why you consistently analyze coins that you're invested in, right? So right now with a short that we can see right now that we have, it's very likely for the price action to continue lower from a macro perspective. The hourly is looking very weak. The lagging span is not really free and clear of the price action. Conversion line is barely above the baseline, and we're kind of treading water right there at the cloud. These are not bullish signs, folks. The thing we want to pay attention to, and this is more of a confirming factor to the upside if we were to see one, what you're looking for is obviously the price action to be back above the cloud. It's going to be naturally above the cloud if we stay at $54 or higher. However, we want to make sure that we break through this descending trend line and establish that as a support and continue higher. That's ultimately what we're looking for. We also need to make sure we establish higher highs. Okay, we got to break this most recent high at about $55. If we cannot break $55, we'll likely see a rejection of this descending trend line and or that resistance level, and the price will continue lower. So I think an invalidation of the short, to make it simple, is a closure at $55 or higher. A validation for a short is consistently closing below this trend line and not breaking through 55. Right now, everything looks like it wants to continue lower. Only thing it would save AVAX right now is if Bitcoin took off and went to 75,000 or higher in the relative near future. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. Hope this made sense. I described this correctly. Again, to anybody who's considering joining, we do offer crypto payments as well for our annual memberships. Link down below for that if you're curious. But again, cryptocash.tech is a site. I would recommend also trading Bitunix. I hear from reliable sources that Mexi Global is going to require KYC on the 1st of April. And in turn, you could get some nice benefit rewards by using my link to register, but more importantly, no KYC or VPN required for Bitunix. They are very, very beneficial exchange. I hope that you can learn more with them and with the community. Jump on over to our Discord to get to know our group. We got a great group of traders there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.